How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breasts. I'm serious. I'm a serious person, okay? I'm a serious, licensed professional doing serious things on this channel. Hello, and welcome back to Therapist Plays Doki Doki Literature Club. All right. It's time to dive back into this one. And this time I know a little bit more what to expect, which is not a fun, bubbly, safe detour from trauma content. Much like our characters, it is just wearing a mask of something that resembles that, but hides something dark underneath it. Now, I will say, the way I sort of feel about playing this game right now is kind of like when I know I'm going into like a pretty difficult therapy session, which is that I know it's going to be like emotionally challenging. I just don't know how. And I don't know how we're going to arrive there, but I do kind of have an idea of what we'll do when we get there. So it is a game of anticipation. I'm just waiting for the trauma to drop. And that's what we're gonna do. So we're now at our second poem. And this time I know a little bit more about the meta of this. Okay, so I'm sort of learning that like Yuri likes these sort of complex words like disoriented. But she doesn't necessarily resonate with just every sad thing. That one pops Sayori for us quite often. So we are going for like Yuri's attention to begin with. So I'm gonna choose words that I think she will like eternity, tragedy. God damn it, I'm still surprised by that. Like, all right, maybe I'm not giving Sayori enough credit. She also likes complex words as well. But incongruent has to be a Yuri word. What about massacre? Yeah. Jesus. This one I could go either way with. Unstable. It's a toss-up. Sayori or Yuri. Okay. Starscape. Unrequited. Okay, actually, you know what? Maybe I don't know anything about the meta of this because unrequited is like, I don't know, it's a pretty complicated word. What can I say? Sayori continues to impress. But it is funny. I think it does speak truly to my, like, what my heart is telling me, because for the game, I'm trying to choose intentionally words that appeal to Yuri, but I'm accidentally choosing words for Sayori because she's she's the one true one. What about universe? Yes. Some of these are repeats from last time. Let's try agonizing. Yeah. Disarray. Inferno. Vivacious. Melancholy. Got 5 more here. I think, yeah, some of these are just repeats of last time. Or they might actually be all the same list. Tenacious. Intellectual. So graveyard. Dark. Okay, yeah, that's a Sayori word. Vitality. All right, it's time for poem number 2. Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Brady. Yo, Sayori. I don't know. I don't really see this Brady as a yo kind of person. Maybe she makes us nervous. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. Again, I kind of like think that the game is doing a lot with its like presentation of these characters, even though they only have a couple different sort of stances, a couple of things that they can emote. Like Monica's sort of like power stance like tells us a lot about her. And look at how Sayori stands. Okay, she's standing like with her hands out like this, which reminds me of someone like trying to sort of balance. I talked about it a little in the last episode, but like one of the techniques that I use when exploring emotions that the person themselves may not be totally aware of is exaggeration. You observe a behavior like, you know, did you know that you're sort of saying these things or doing these things absentmindedly? And let's like dial up the behavior. Let's exaggerate it to see if we learn anything about it. And like Sayori seems to be like literally sort of holding her hands out, almost like to balance herself because she is not on stable ground necessarily. Which again is just an impression. We actually haven't gotten like confirmation of that, but she is giving a lot of indications of that. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Not so fast, Brady. We're finding out that there's actually quite a complex character underneath all of that. Speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No, thanks. What? Why not? That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Why are we being so standoffish now? Maybe it's just because we're focusing on Yuri. Maybe the more that we focus on one of them, the less like we can sort of spread our attention between them. Why that? All of a sudden? No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then, she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill into the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. Here's the problem I have with Neat Brady in this game. He's like very observant, but I don't see him really like capitalizing on this observation very much. Like he knows so much about Sayori that she's kind of a klutz and a bit messy and she's late and she doesn't have money, I guess. But is he not like putting together the picture that I'm putting together, which is like, she may not be well, for all we know. So either you're not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that only leaves one option. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. God damn it, Brady. Don't make her feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve... All right. I'm done with him. I'm done with him. What kind of like philosophy is this? If you feel guilty, you must deserve it. Did you even stop to think for even a single second that she feels guilty, not because she's trying to sort of take advantage of your kindness in some sort of way, but that Sayori's guilt is the shadow of self-rejection? Because what is guilt, right? Guiltiness is like, I made a mistake. I did not act the way that I thought or wanted to act. I was not able to be the person I expected to be in this circumstance. Whether that's someone who speaks better, has more money, whatever, like there is an imagined better state of you that you're not being. And you're feeling like bad about that. I feel bad because I lied. And when I think of myself, I'm not someone who should lie. The real me wouldn't, and so now I feel guilty. It's like a rejection of the self in a sense. There's nothing to do with you, Brady. Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book, as always. I wasn't listening or anything. There was just something in my book. Yuri, tell Brady to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough, Reg. What is going on here now? Everybody's turning on Sayori. The double cross. I can't stand for it. Ah, I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book. And this is why I asked them last episode, do not fight over me. Because I don't want to see, Yuri feeling like she needs to squeeze Sayori out of the picture. When really Brady doesn't seem to be capable of having the interest anyways. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. Like, she's literally been torn to shreds by these two, and she's still, like, trying to see the best in them. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the revelation. Look what they're doing to her. Retribution. That. Still, coming from you, Sayori, I guess there's a little devil inside of all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. What is going on in this classroom? Ah! Ow! What was that? A cookie. Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution. She is literally too sweet for this world. Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just going to give it to you. But then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. Is that what you really think, Sayori? I mean, you've literally been insulted, demeaned, corrected, and now, like, they're literally throwing things at you, and her response is, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Sayori suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez, beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Ah, jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand. Natsuki reaches up and nudges Sayori off her. Oh. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Mm-hmm. Mouthful. Sayori trots away to safely. Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monika, can you tell Sayori... Natsuki glances around. Monika isn't in the club room. Where is Monika anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Now, that's not like Monika to be late. Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. It's a bit unusual. She's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. Everybody's sort of revealing more of their insecurities today. Like Sayori has clearly an insecurity about kind of standing up for herself. Not that this is like a big deal, like, they're kind of like trashing on her a little bit, but it's not like, they're friends and they're just sort of ribbing her a bit. But even still, you can tell that like when someone pokes at Natsuki, she like reacts instantly. Like she does not have a problem sort of standing up for herself. maybe even more so than she needs to. But that's part of her personality, right? But Sayori probably does feel like she wants to say something different than what she normally does. Even for minor things like, hey, that wasn't fair, or please don't do that. Or it would have been nice if you told me, you know, whatever. Like, she just generally doesn't know how to be assertive. I think Brady made it sound like she was being manipulative and scheming by like setting up the cupcake thing and getting us into the club, but I take that more as like difficulty being assertive, which when you combine that with her sort of people pleasing, what you get is this narrative that is like, I don't deserve to have my own independent needs and wants. I can't ask Brady to join the club because I don't deserve to just want him to be there. I have to make it a thing where he like wants to be there or go this indirect route. I can't just explicitly say, I want you to be here. Or to the other club members, like, I want my friend to come. Can I invite him? Like, she has to do this sort of trickery. And so like, that's an insecurity, right? She still is trying to get that goal and need met, but she's being very like passive and indirect and a bit scheming to accomplish it. Same with like the guiltiness. Oh, I did something bad. I deserve to feel guilty. Like, I don't deserve to forgive myself for something minor. Like, there's just an inbuilt assumption that I'm not allowed or deserving to want my own independent things. And if I were to ask for them, like, the rejection would be so ultimate that I would lose what feel like already fragile threads in my life that I am literally depending on for survival. Which is why I come back to, she seems like she is literally just trying to balance herself at all times. She probably is feeling like, oh, I don't deserve these friends anyways, and so I better not like ever stand up for myself even in a minor way, otherwise I could lose them and then I'll have nothing. Even the cookie, like, she just literally took a bite out of it. Like, it's her way of compensating is through all of these sort of insecure, indirect routes of feeling undeserving, which is really sad because she is deserving. She deserves to have friends. She deserves to be happy, and she deserves to feel entitled to like seek those things out, even if it means saying like, you know, Brady or Natsuki or Yuri or this club are a part of my happiness, but I care enough about them to say my mind when something about it makes me unhappy. Like, I don't like that I get pushed out of this conversation, or I'm the target of this, and not be insecure that you're going to threaten your position there. Like, you can see that that comes through a little bit in how Yuri acts. She's perfectly fine being a bit confrontational because she knows I can push a little bit and I'm not going to like lose this person from my life. And you're probably thinking of someone in your life, or maybe yourself, who feels a little bit like Sayori here, which is like, if you struggle to ask for things or say no to things, then what you're missing is assertiveness. And assertiveness is not aggression. It is not being like abrasive and direct or even confrontational. It is recognizing that you are allowed, and I know this is like kind of a tricky idea for a lot of people, you are allowed to want things that you don't need. You're allowed to want them and ask for them and seek them out from people, and they are allowed to say no as well, right? It's not that you're deserving of just whatever you want, but like, if you want your friends to respect you, don't feel like you're not deserving of that respect because you'll be rejected if you ask for it. If you're not satisfied with the level of intimacy in your relationship or something, like, you are allowed to explore that subject with them and not fear retribution, or that you're going to be punished in some way for wanting something. So many times in like the couples work I've done, the problems come from people just not feeling like comfortable or safe, like being direct with what they want or need out of a relationship. And it's very often small things like, I want to spend more time with you, or I want to, you know, do more of this thing that we stopped doing. But there's such a fear of like asking for things that you'd rather sort of imply you need them confuse the other person, not get it, so you feel resentful to them for not being able to read your mind, and they feel like overly challenged by you because now you're being difficult. And it's like, okay, but just ask. just be respectful, be kind, but just start asking for what you want. It's okay. You deserve it. And then there's this, like, oh, Monica's probably more desirable than all of us combined. What is it about yourself that you think is undesirable, Yuri? Is there a similar undeserving feeling there? That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. But boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? That's another part of Sayori that comes through, is this constant need to praise people for things. Like, maybe, oh, if I don't do that, they won't know that I really like them. Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. I don't believe you. Monica is not the type to be forgetful. Because, like I said in the last episode, her compensation behavior is less obvious. Like, it seems to be hidden behind some levels of perfectionism, which is either, like, she doesn't want us to know the reason and this feels like an easy cover, or if she actually was forgetful, then something really is up. Because it's not typical for her. Like, in the gas tank example, it would be like if you always see my full tank of gas and then I show up one day and it's like half empty, you would also be like, you're not usually so careless, Brady. That makes no sense though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. I don't really. All right, something is really up here. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yeah, this is interesting because she's typically the kind of person who does not want to show flaws, right? It does not wear them sort of openly on her sleeve. So to be outright and be like, oh, I lost track of time. But the reason I lost track of time is because I'm like learning this new skill. But I can't show it to you because I'm not good enough at it. Like it is a bit interesting. Yay! That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Brady. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I choose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Hey, Yuri. I suddenly noticed that Yuri is reading a different book from the one we've been reading together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. No, I was kind of just waiting for you. If that's the case, why don't we go ahead and get started? Yes, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk, and then we'll go get some water. I love that we're getting the full breakdown of how to make tea here. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms. Here we've got observant Brady coming back. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. Yeah, why not? Shall we go then? Yeah. Where are you two off to? Caught! Yuri was gonna make some tea, so why do I suddenly feel like I need Monica's permission? I suddenly realized, I just was about to say, I suddenly realize how weird it sounds to explain this to Monica. I think we're all a little bit like worried of being judged by someone who seems so sort of put together in a sense. We're just filling the water, but why are we like, we have to make excuses for it. Justify our relationship. Okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. That's kind of a one-person show. Well, yeah, I guess we are being judged for it. What fucking business is it to you, Monica? Monica, please mind your own business for once. Or do you want to tell me there's something wrong with helping involve Brady in club activities? Coming back to the point on assertiveness. Like I said, Yuri does not seem to have a problem with this because that's recognizing I am entitled to do something that doesn't make sense because I just want to. With Brady. She's absolutely stunned by this. Someone standing up to her. And so are we, apparently. My mouth gapes. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Then let's go, Brady. Yuri quickly exits the room, and I follow. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. No. Don't second guess this, okay? You were completely within your right. How could I say something like that? Yuri, something about the way she said that. It made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? And this is like the complicated thing about assertiveness is it feels weird. It feels strange if you're not like used to communicating in that way to people, because as you try on more assertive language, it can be quite confrontational. But there's nothing wrong with you, Yuri. There's nothing wrong with what you wanted to do there. No, Yuri. I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that. Brady. How come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Because nothing that you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions, and we can't always hide them away. My grace for him is coming back. But you always amplify things in your head. He is a secret therapist. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that? How's she gonna take that? How's she gonna take the friend comment? Friend, you say? Yuri lifts her head. Brady, I really like being friends with you. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that, but I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway, yeah. Shall we go? Yeah. Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. This is all about making tea. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom. Brady, do you like oolong tea? Yeah. Anything's fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything. In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Ah, perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show, and you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided that I would try expressing myself a little more. It turns out, it's not very hard for me to do when it's you who's around. Anyway. It's just interesting the impact we seem to have on people around us. Like, clearly, Yuri, we make her feel more comfortable in this instance. But at the beginning of this episode, I think our impact on Sayori was making her feel stupid and guilty and illiterate, correcting her vocab. Ah, that's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Brady. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Brady, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Why's that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's most likely because of your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading? Why did you interrupt, Brady? I think we were about to get some very salient information. Yes! I have terrible reading posture. So that's why we should sit on the floor. Well, we know it's not that. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieved the book from my bag. Ah, I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies that I kept hidden from Sayori's candy radar. I take it since it'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to one another. I can't see too well. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. You better be careful here, Brady. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally manage to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. That's okay. I won't take any. Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then it might get smudges on the pages. Fucking obviously, Brady. How fucking stupid can you be? You're right. I didn't even think about that. Bro is finding entirely new and unique ways to fumble here. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. Wasn't that nice? We've got little light speckles. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri's already focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate. There's no way. There's no way he's going to go for it. And I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if the situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. It's right there. There it is. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Brady. Sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. Well, you were just helping. So play it cool, Brady. I'm talking to the game, Brady, not myself here. That's something that friends do, right? I mean, not really in this kind of context, but yeah, that's all it was. Yeah. Then you don't need to stop, right? I see. The situation has gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return to the book, but I can tell just by her expression that even she can't focus now. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers, but this time, Yuri's eyes meet mine. How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breasts. I'm serious. I'm a serious person, okay? I'm a serious, licensed professional doing serious things on this channel. I'm spreading the word of mental health awareness and using interactive games as a medium to translate my expertise into practical, relatable experience for the audience member. That's what's happening here. I raise my arm. Like before, Yuri parts her lips, but it's different this time. I take the chocolate and I place it in her mouth. I feel her hot breath on my fingers. Of course, it's fucking Monica. Okay, everyone. What? Yuri jolts back. It's time to share poems. Monica, this is why I don't buy her fucking like, oh, I lost track of time. She knows exactly what she is doing. Monica doesn't have an issue with assertiveness because she does not have an insecurity about not being entitled to do the things that she is doing. She does feel justified speaking up for herself, but also other people, which is like kind of where it goes past assertiveness and becomes like controlling. Because like being assertive means saying I'm entitled to have the feelings that I'm having and to express them and to ask for other people to recognize them. Monica strikes me as someone who also feels like she's entitled to say things like, well, you shouldn't feel that way. It's kind of invalidating, right? You shouldn't feel that way. You shouldn't be upset by that. Okay, well, I am upset. But again, my empathy source is like, well, why would she be doing that? Well, because like it is easier to try to regulate other people than yourself. A reason she might feel like she has to kind of exert control over her environment and other people is because she struggles with that internal control, which is creating all the perfectionism and insecurity there. I don't know if they're going to get into another fight in this episode, but one of the things that you see from this is in arguments, most people try to regulate the other person. You need to calm down. Stop yelling at me. You shouldn't feel that way. You're not understanding what I'm saying. Like we're always trying to regulate the other person instead of like starting with ourselves and saying, I'm getting really tense with this conversation and I need to cool off because I'm having a hard time understanding your point of view. Like you can still be assertive in that, right? And sort of state openly and clearly, like, I'm feeling overwhelmed with what's happening between us and I need to regulate myself first. But when we start being like, well, Monica, stop this, stop that. Sayori, you're being too much or whatever. Like we try to regulate other people. It doesn't tend to go super well. I'm kind of curious if we see a little bit of that. Brady, you can help Yuri put away the tea stuff, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, thanks. The spell is abruptly broken. I'll take care of the cups. Yeah. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without so much as a word between us. I get the feeling this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. Okay. It's poem time. Who should I show it to first? Well, I'm going to go with Yuri, of course. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Brady, this one might be even better than yesterday's. How did you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday, I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job of explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. Getting so much attention. She's not used to the attention. It's fine. Take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. This is like very selective how precise our observations are, what we choose to focus it on. Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy. Are you saying you've never shared your writing before? Really? I don't believe it. I really only write for myself. And besides, people would just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh. Even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Ooh, so she is not having the problem with assertiveness and communication. She's having it with the, like, expression of authenticity part. Like saying what I really think. Anyway, do you want to share the poem you wrote today? Yeah, I do. If it's with you. The raccoon. Okay. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an ordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences. Well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off my cutting knife. There's always a knife, there's always a blade, a nasty little cut thing. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry, more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows its excitement. A rush of blood, classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. Okay. Is it like too much of a stretch for me to just immediately clock this as like a self-harm poem? Like the the knife and the rush of blood is a pretty obvious tell, but the association with this being kind of an extreme way of accessing emotion she doesn't normally have the ability to access. Because one of the things she said about like hanging out with Brady was that she feels comfortable being more expressive. Like there's maybe an emotional suppression about her. We kind of see that when she like stammers and stuff. And one of the things that she may struggle to feel is like a sense of presence within herself. I mean, there's lots of complicated reasons why people might engage in that behavior. And I don't really want to speculate too much on that because, again, it is just like kind of my impression. Because I'm just remembering that this game said it was like not for the easily disturbed. I could be fucking wrong. I could just be like too deep into the therapy brain. And that's like obviously a very difficult conversation, therapeutic conversation to have. Often even the person who is self-harming knows that this is not a desired behavior, but it is having some desired emotional outcome. And so validating the emotion that's taking place while trying to move away from the obviously risky behavior is a very fine needle to thread. Because like Yuri and anyone who feels seen by her is deserving of the release of pain or access to emotion that they're looking for, but the route that we're taking comes with obvious risks and consequences. Like, because like she says, my subconscious well aware of the consequences. And yeah, like the classical Pavlovian conditioning, like she clearly recognizes that there is a distinction between the behavior of cutting and the emotional outcome she's looking for. And that's kind of how it becomes rationalized. You are allowed and deserving to explore a dark part of yourself and even to want to understand your own limitations. And doing so in this way could lead to other lasting issues and damages. That's a little trick that I learned from my clinical supervisor, actually, which is that you can almost always substitute the word but for and. Especially in a difficult conversation like this or in any kind of boundary setting conversation, because it allows you to not disqualify the original validating statement, which in this case was like, you are, allowed to want to feel this thing. Like you're justified for wanting to feel seen or to understand yourself or to relieve some kind of pressure, physical or psychological, where we normally say, but it's also really harmful to you. That completely invalidates the first half of the statement. You can almost always just replace that bridge with and that connects the second statement in a much more like validating way. So you're not presenting like the change in the behavior, like this has some severe consequences, as some sort of contrast or unattainable thing compared to the first statement. So simply by saying like, you're completely valid for feeling the way that you do, and the behavior we're choosing to deal with those feelings may also be harming us more than helping. And can we explore some other ways? So let's see what Anime Brady's reaction to this one is. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. His gaps are interesting. Like he's very observant to her mannerisms. He can kind of understand what people are masking a little bit, but yeah, he's missing some of these more nuanced things that tell him. I think there's a lot of the people around you are in pretty dark places, actually. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. Oh, God. So she considers this a hobby, or I actually don't think that she considers it a hobby, but that feels like a safe way to code that part of herself, maybe. It's those sorts of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself. Forced how? Forced, literally forced, or like by force of myself feeling like I can't express it? So I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? But because they're embarrassing and people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Brady? Well, yeah, I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other and our individualities. Even if it's difficult sometimes, and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I actually appreciate that sentiment. Like I said, the writing about the experience is closer to what I would hope to see as a way of reflecting on, you know, a behavior like that has pretty severe consequences. But we don't know, like we can't, you know, peer inside Yuri's mind and know that, I don't know, does she write about these things because she wants someone to understand them and wants someone to like see that side of herself? We don't know. I might be ranting a little bit right now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. You're good at a lot of things. Writing, listening. There really aren't many people like you, Brady. That's exaggerating a little bit. It's just how I feel. I never thought I'd feel so comfortable sharing my writing. Oh, but she did say she doesn't share it. So when she's writing it, she doesn't intend to share it much. But now I almost feel like I look forward to it. It's just a really nice feeling. And you're to thank for that. It's nothing, really. Yuri smiles sincerely at me. For just a moment, her timidness seems to disappear. All right. Just file that one under, I am concerned about what I am seeing and hearing, but I don't have, like, confirmation of it just yet. All right, let's check out Natsuki's poem. I need something a little more, like, not simplistic, but I guess straightforward to sort of get me out of this headspace. Well, I can admit that it's better than the last one. It's nice to see that you're putting in some effort. That's good, but I still don't like this at all. Once more, I respect Natsuki's directness. I really, really do. Her assertiveness is like, she has no problem accepting that I'm valid to feel the way that I feel, and you must accept this as well. No exceptions. It's trying too hard to be serious. I think she's just upset because of the way that things ended with Yuri last time. What do you mean by that? Poems don't need to be all deep sounding to express something. It's going to just sound like you're forcing it, unless you really don't suck at it. Honestly, don't bother trying to write poems like this until you're on Yuri's level. Damn. Natsuki stops short all of a sudden. Don't tell me. You're not just trying to impress Yuri, are you? What are you talking about? And keep your voice down. You know, Yuri would love this angsty, just because she's a talented writer doesn't mean, I mean, it looks like I'm in trouble. I somehow struck a nerve, though what I did was beyond me. I am so done with you. Natsuki shoves the poem I handed back over to me. Take your stupid poem. If you wrote it for someone else, just don't even show it to me. Ouch. This is what I get for letting a younger girl step into my business. Unless I was a mind reader, I was destined to be in a world of pain from the start. At least Natsuki wasn't really the girl I was trying to impress in the first place. Oh, do I not get to read hers? It's a bit disappointing. All right, let's check out Sayori's. Oh! I like this one, Brady. It has some nice feelings in it. I'm glad. Does that mean it's better than yesterday's? Let me think. I don't know. I guess I like them both. Girl, look, it's all right. Just stand your ground on something. When you're non-committal to everything, you're not committed to anything. That's not very helpful, you know. Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad, but that's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. God damn it, why didn't I pick her? She is the one. I agree completely with that statement. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Shut up, Brady. You are clearly not on our level. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought? Oh, you want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself every once in a while. This I also agree with. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Okay, so you can see that, Brady. But you seem to be going to extreme lengths to tease out some insight for Yuri. But where is this energy for Sayori? I know that I'm the one choosing ultimately, but just for for roleplay purposes, I gotta give him shit because he's fumbling with Sayori. Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? That's the word I'm looking for. Bittersweet. Oh, Sayori. Yeah. I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad? I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori. Well, I like happy the most. But sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can give the rain cloud a little hug. Oh my gosh. Do you have a rain cloud right now, Sayori? And make a nice happy rainbow. Oh my gosh, she is so adorable. Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic. It is? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. She's a natural. Thanks, Brady. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? Okay, here we go. Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. What? It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine, all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I made a mistake. I made a mistake going for Yuri. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly. But there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts and bottles, all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies, digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done. I open up, and in come my friends. In they come, in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them down from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something. But all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Okay, like Yuri's was much more metaphorical and yeah, not so overt with what the sort of complications were, but this one, it's interesting that like it's her dreams that become the happy thoughts, not like her actual waking thoughts. And she sort of gives them away to people, which, yeah, it comes back to like the people pleasing and what Anime Brady just pointed out, which is that like, where does she afford this kind of energy for herself. Her entire sense of happiness is on making other people happy, but when she can't, she feels empty. And the way that they sort of frantically come in and plead for the bottles, she clearly also feels like there is pressure on her to do this, to like be this people-pleasing person, which there really isn't. Most interesting to me is the like my locked front door, which to me is like just how much she sort of masks that there's anything negative going on in her life. And then this image of like, I'm trying to make people happy. I'm trying to hand out my bottles of happiness, but they're not reaching people. It's not working. They're shattering on the floor. And so now my happy thoughts feel wasted. I never got to use them on myself. They're not making people happy. And all I have inside is emptiness. This one's much more complicated than the I Want Breakfast one. Please see this one, Brady. Please see it. Holy crap. Sayori, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was going to write the best poem ever? Yeah, but I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot. And I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. Okay, wait. I haven't really thought about this much until now, but what does the combination of Monica and Sayori actually look like? Like in a group, it's one thing, but you have someone who's very controlling of other people and someone who is highly impressionable, agreeable, and people-pleasing. I don't know. I don't know if I like that combination. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. No, Brady, you're not thinking hard enough. Think harder. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Oh, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. What? Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. So she's even non-committal in terms of like just her interests and things. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Who should I show my poem to next? All that's left is Monica. Let's see. Hi again, Brady. How's the writing going? All right, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure. Here you go. I give my poem to Monica. All right. This one's good. It feels like you're not only getting more comfortable with your style, but the imagery is better than the last one I read. Just wondering, but have you been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing style? I'm getting the feeling that Monica, like, I don't know if she's really all that interested in us, but I don't know if she likes the attention that Yuri is getting. Like, just in a pure, I don't like that someone else around me is getting a lot of attention sort of way. I guess so. You can't deny that she's talented. Yeah, totally. I think her poems are the most romantic. That's the best way to describe it. Is that how you really would describe it, Monica? She's like a totally different person when she picks up a pen. I noticed that too. Or when she's talking about literature, it's like a light turns on inside her. Mm-hmm. Sadly, it's hard to get much personal conversation out of her. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what goes on inside that head of hers? I hope you don't mean that in a bad way. I also hope that. No, of course not. I just meant that I wish she didn't keep so much to herself. Yes. How can you control what she doesn't reveal to you? I don't want to lead myself too much like down a negative bias about Monica. I just get this feeling being in her presence that's like kind of, yeah, I don't know, hidden agenda. But still, defending her like that, you must be pretty into her. You completely misunderstood. Calm down. I'm kidding. Besides, I'm pretty sure she's already got a boyfriend. Explain that one, Monica, because I'm pretty sure she doesn't. Wait, really? Yeah, a fictional one anyway. Monica kind of whispers that last part to me. What? It's just a hunch, but... Well, there's not really anything wrong with that. Oh, well, I know. I was just saying. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? Okay. There is something there about her that's, yeah, I don't know, antagonistic. I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. All right, let's take a look. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaninglessness. Save me. This is so brilliant on the game's behalf. Like, exactly how I feel about the character is usually how I feel about their writing. Like, Yuri's sort of overt darkness masked behind sort of intellectualism. Sayori's, like, very earnest vulnerability and fragility, like... And Monica, I don't know what to make of her, but I get kind of like a... The fact that she's hard to read is telling of something. Like when you're doing therapeutic assessment or diagnostic assessment, obviously you've got all this stuff in your mind of like what's going on in someone's life and what are the factors influence their mental health and all this stuff. But like one of the things that you can often listen to is just how do you feel being in this person's presence. It's not going to give you like a clear diagnostic criteria so much, but it's very valid for when you don't know what impression to have. For example, like Natsuki makes me laugh. Like I find her hilarious, which helps me feel at ease even when she's being kind of abrasive, because I know that she's not really like a fucking threat to you. Like she's actually harmless. Like her attitude is, you know, kind of endearing. So around her, I feel like kind of a whimsy. With Yuri, I feel like, I want to say like aspirational. Like I want to try to keep up with her level of intellect. What I feel inside is like very considerate. Like I have to pay a lot of attention to what's happening between us and what she's saying. And so I feel very like focused around her. With Sayori, I feel like my heart wants to melt and I feel sad. I feel like both a happiness and a sadness. I feel bittersweet around her, like exactly like she said. I'm excited to be in her presence because she's so happy and you know, you just want to take care of her. She's adorable, but I also feel like very concerned and like I want to help her. And also knowing that you kind of can't because what she needs is like herself. And Monica, I feel confused. I feel like she is kind of impenetrable. Like I don't know what to make of her, and I don't know what to make of her poems either. They're kind of hard to parse. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding. So something is overwhelming. We're trying to organize it into like red, green, blue. They are beautiful colors, but they are overwhelming. and we don't know how to make sense of them. Meaningless noise. It won't stop. The colors are beautiful, but the waveforms are violent, so the sounds are screeching. Still trying to organize them. Sine, cosine, tangent. Trying to make sense of them now, like playing, so using metaphor, like playing on a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl, using metaphor to make meaning out of something. Oh, I didn't even see this end part. Load me. Save me, load me. Maybe what I mean, the message I'm getting here is like, there's too many things for me to try to control and organize and make sense of, and I can't. And so maybe I feel like it's not worth it. Like if it's not possible to control, then why should I? Let's see what she says. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just a kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how... God fucking damn it, I totally missed that space. Like, she is very methodical. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. What? Okay. You never know when you might change your mind or when something unexpected may happen. Okay. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice. My advice for today. So, does Monica know? Does she know about real Brady? Is she beyond the game's power? Thanks for listening. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? Okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? But, Monica, yeah. We're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting it all on the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. So, yeah, she is really reveling in the puppetry. Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know. There is no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys! No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple of days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. Did you, though? Did you really? Like you overlooked the time getting into your literature club? So I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be. The better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah, I feel like Sayori got suckered into this. It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. Exactly, Sayori. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them and find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place. I know you do. I know we all do. Yeah, don't fucking ask for my opinion. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but it looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. All right. Whew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. I hope not literally. Oh gosh, you'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Yeah, that's what you fucking do, Monica. You make everyone feel comfortable. Like literally look at the people around her. Everyone is in like a different state of discomfort. Sayori is in her like hyper vigilant, how can I like make everyone around me happy all the time sort of anxious state. Natsuki is literally grimacing, and Yuri is so preemptively ashamed of the idea of exposing herself. But just you all just need to trust in my judgment. Can I go next? Of course. That's the problem I have. I think that Monica taps in too much to Sayori's insecurity and just dismisses the other twos because they are a little more willing to be like, I don't want to fucking do that. Or like, I'm not comfortable doing that. And Monica just sort of steamrolled over them. Well, don't you care about the club? If you do, then you'll do this because I am the club and what I say goes. Sayori, though, she just, she'll do whatever anyone around her says she needs to, unfortunately. Now, let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? Glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. I'm stunned. Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called Yuri Anxiously Glances at Each of Us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Interesting title there. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? It's a good question to ask, Brady. You've been pretty perceptive to lots of things, but the things that you want to be looking out for are exactly this. Like, people are pretty patternistic in their behaviors, and when they suddenly deviate from those patterns, something is revealed. We don't always know what, but that's like worth putting our attention on. As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her, as if she's bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterwards, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. That's goddamn right she deserves it. In fact, they all do, okay? Like, every single person in this game, I think the landscape of their mental health would look very different if they felt deserving of their own kindness and the appreciation of other people. Like, that's one of the greatest sort of pains of mine working in the mental health space, is how afraid people are of very innocent parts of themselves. Like the desire to be seen as interesting and complex from Yuri. This is a very innocent need and want, but she feels afraid to accept that she needs and wants this, and so stifles herself from expressing it. That Natsuki, despite liking things simple, wants to be taken seriously. Very innocent desire. But she constantly feels like she needs to fight for this tooth and fucking nail, to the point of like basically starting fights with people to like demand their respect for this. Natsuki, you have my respect. You earned it already. Sayori, that the things she feels are valid and worth exploring, and she is not wrong for feeling them, even if they feel wrong to have. A very innocent thing. But she's not able to explore or express that because she's worried that it could change people's perception of her from being like some sort of like positive person. And Monica as well. The innocent need and desire to control your destiny and feel proud of yourself and these sorts of things. And like, that's like one of the most, essential needs that we have. And I also think it's an innocent one. It's innocent to have flaws, but she doesn't want people to see her flaws. Even the flaw that she showed us, like I was late for book club, literature club, came with this caveat of like, but it's because I was like mastering piano. Like everyone has something innocent that they're very guarded of. And like, fuck man, that's why you need to learn to be assertive, because like you are deserving of your right to care about that thing and to not be shamed for expressing it, to not be ridiculed for showing it, and to not feel stupid for caring about it at all. And god damn it, I actually think that Brady's doing the right thing here by applauding her and getting everyone to join in. Because this is a big moment for Yuri. And it can give some positive reinforcement to something that she's very worried about, which is exposing these innocent things. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Zoom! Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Sayori hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. All right, I'm ready for my heart to be broken. This one's called My Meadow. Ah, sorry, I giggled. Sayori, it's a lot harder than I thought. How'd you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow, it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! Yes, you did, Sayori! I'm genuinely so proud of her. Good job, Sayori. Even Brady. What do you mean, even Brady? That tells me that he's a fucking cynical bitch in this game. Which I also am in real life sometimes too. I guess that's a good sign. What does that what does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of everyone. The next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. Please, I'm so worried that if you challenge her more, she's going to break. She's so fragile. I do think that she does need a challenge. My therapeutic style is quite confrontational, but I don't think that Monica knows how to do gentle confrontation as much. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay. Now, who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Brady. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyhow. Might as well let Brady lower everyone's standards a little bit. She's got it out for me. I can't blame her. Natsuki. It's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. Thanks, Monica. Thanks for the constructive input. Thank you for going beyond my writing and just going straight for my character. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. All right, then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called... It's called... Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. I like how everyone is sort of like... Their mask slips away and they become infused with creative spirit. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and a rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down as if giving life to the poem. I actually think Natsuki's are some of the more creative ones. I actually really am kind of upset we didn't get to read her second poem, because her first one was really... Yeah, really interesting. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You'd better not make me do that again. Well, do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people, but when it's just my friends, that's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, in that case, you won't have much to worry about at the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time which will be reciting. Jeez, I should probably find some other poems to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. Really? I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Everyone seems to have that reaction to Monika, like, always surprised by her answer. They're always like, yeah, I guess. It's because we're not really sure what to make of her. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival's coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait. I can do this. I can do this. All right. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monika. But I'll do my best to get through it. Yes, you will, Brady, because I swear to God if you disappoint any of these fucking girls. If it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monika, then I'll have to do my best. Is that the priority here, Brady? You want to impress Monika? Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two, always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys, don't make such a big deal out of it. Yeah, because you would be fucking ashamed if you and Sayori were a big deal, wouldn't you? I hate when Brady is like this. Here I give him all these props for like, yeah, you really rallied behind Yuri and made her feel deservingly recognized. And here we're just like, yeah, Sayori's no big deal. She's fucking nothing to me. It must be a little nice though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Brady. You don't have to say it. Whatever. Let's go already. Oh yeah, way to go, right at the end of the day. Just make her feel even more unwanted. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori's being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Please check in with her. Hey, Sayori. Sorry, I was spacing out. No wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to, Sayori fumbles with her words. So, let's just say that one day, Yuri asked to walk home with you. Oh my god, please do not. I know I'm choosing Yuri here, but I'm about to break my own heart. Huh? Fuck you, Brady. Don't you dare disrespect her like that by acting so surprised. What would you do? But this is the moment. Look at her blossoming into a bit of assertiveness. What kind of question is that? Do not deny her. Brady, don't try to play this off like it's not a fucking innocent, valid thing to ask. Because you know she needs this. She depends on it. And here you are making it seem like it's no big fucking deal. I don't even want to walk home with Sayori. Could you be a bigger piece of shit right now? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Now what do I do? Because I'm trying to go for the Yuri route. But I hate this Brady. I hate him. Even though I created him. You know what? Monika said I should save here. I'm going to save. Do I break her heart or not? That makes me feel a little better. I'm going to say I would walk home with Yuri. Because I am, for narrative purposes, trying to impress Yuri. But I still think this makes us a fucking piece of shit. Walking home with Yuri, huh? Why does the thought of that make my heart pound? I mean, given how hard it is for her to socialize, I would feel awful turning her down. So, oh yeah, don't make it about yourself. Make it seem like you're doing her some big fucking favor. You scum. Isn't she so beautiful and smart? Oh, god damn it. She's so pure-hearted. Sayori, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm only doing this for the roleplay purpose. It's hard for me though, because I know that deep in my soul, I am destroying her. That has nothing to do with what I just said. Ha, so you admitted it. Jeez. There's not even any point in speculating something that's never going to happen. Well, maybe, but I just like to think about it. She's so, like, more desperate to please us and presumably Yuri, that she is literally bludgeoning her own desires. Just critically low esteem. It's not long before you won't need me anymore, you know? Need you? Sayori. I can't figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now. Sorry. Everyone is different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you. Oh. This is genuinely making me actually fucking sad. If you say, oh, she doesn't believe us. She doesn't believe us. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is gonna fucking destroy me. I'm getting way too attached here. The conversation trails off, and I'm left feeling awkward. But it was kind of her fault for trapping me with such a weird question. I know I made him do it, but fucking it's painful. I can't just lie to her. But if there's something that makes her happy, I would hate to take that away from her. That's why I said there's no point in speculating. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? I'm sure nothing terrible will happen in that time. This game is such a fucking roller coaster of emotion. Like, my fucking brain and my heart are overloading with both anticipation as we slowly build towards what feels like the tipping point of a lot of these insecurities. Like, for whatever it's worth, this festival is probably going to amplify a lot of the signals that are present but pretty small in a lot of the behaviors and expressions in these characters. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm so worried that something terrible is about to happen. Like, the game has me in its clutches. What can I say? I've grown to care deeply about them all, and I have very mixed feelings about the protagonist character that we have to be. He's got great moments. He's not always pulling it off. I think that he's at a disadvantage from real Brady that I'm looking for. Like, I'm looking for these things, both in this game and in real life. I'm always listening with like the therapeutic mind. And he's just a fucking dude who's pretty observant considering that. And there's a lot of emotion swirling around in a young boy's life, especially given his company. Well, we've got another day of poems before the festival. I am eager to see how the knife twists even deeper. So I will see you for the next part very soon. Thank you for watching. Be good to yourselves, and I'll catch you next time.